how he punched it so hard this entire game. Okay, it didn't matter. I won. That's all that matters. This game took 20 minutes long on a shootout. I made it! I did it! I did it!
Ah, shit, fuck! Oh, God.
Actually, it's me, and you both voted for each other. Yeah.
Alright, we're live! Hello! I'll put that in Discord thing. Okay, hello everyone! Hello! Hey Retro, how you doing? Hope you are well. Ooh. I've got chat behind my head. Fair enough. Back. Hello everyone, welcome. We are doing some more RPG finally. More fighting fantasy. We've got to beat this book like at least once, right? Like at this fucking point we just suck. So, and I don't know how to beat this. Get a Discord overlay going real quick. Yeah. This way they can just they can see you when you talk. Not your webcam, but your little avatar thing. That just pops up green and they can go, oh, someone's talking. Time to listen. You hear that Twitch chat? You have to listen. If you came here prepared not to listen, tough. You go find somewhere else. Bit harsh. Alright. And browser source. Okay. Oh, sick. I've got one already sorted. Ah. Already organized. There we go. Right above me. Benny. That's unfortunately me, everyone. And the other one is the infallible, damn well near indelible cat. Would you prefer Kit Kat or cat? Come at me, Kit Kat. Chocolate ain't even that good. Let's go. Fuck, they've had to open a store where you make your own Kit Kats, right? To get the good ones, because they know they suck at it. Controversial. All right. So yes, everyone, we are joined by Kat. Amazing person, a lovely person actually, one of my friends, and they are here to kick this book's ass because holy shit has it fucking kicked our ass. But yeah, okay, so before we get started, Kat, we got to make your character now. Let's do all the skills and the boring stuff. I'll get this off the screen, and then we'll name the character, and they'll give you a bit of time to think about that and however you would like. Let's have a look. So to determine our skill, stamina and luck, roll 1 die and add 6 to determine our skill. Click, clear, 1, throw. I'm gonna throw this. You got a 6. Alright, so your starting skill is 12. Is the highest you can possibly get. Alright. Big cheats here. Oh yeah. I wish you were rolling then. All right. So let's roll both of these. We're gonna roll 2 dice, and then add 12 to determine your stamina. Oh. They only count if they're both on screen, and I'm out of practice on this. Alright, so 6 plus 12 is 18. Not the best stamina, that's about average. And luck. Luck, I believe, is 1. Yeah, so 1. Yeah. Roll. Roll. Got a 2. We add 6 to that, so we're gonna make 8. It's fine. You probably actually won't even use luck that much. We'll see how we go. Add a d6. Throw F11. This. Yep. Right, roll out on the screen. Okay, so skill reflects your swordsmanship and fighting expertise. The higher, the better. Stamina represents your strength. The higher your stamina, the longer you will survive. This is also your health for just ease of reference. Luck represents how lucky a person you are. Luck and magic are facts of life in the fantasy world you are about to explore. Skill, stamina, and luck scores changed constantly, and I'll be updating that on the sheet in front of you that you can see. During an adventure, so keep an eraser handy, but yeah, we're using technology book. We've moved past this. If I could get this on Kindle, I would. When you're told to fight a creature, you must resolve the battle. So you actually can fight things in here. And if you do, you roll 2 dice for the creature, add its skill. Let's say its skill is 6. I roll 2 dice. So that's 5 plus 3 plus 6. So 8 plus 6 is 14. And then we have to roll 2 dice for you, and there's no way you could lose, because if I roll snake eyes, you've got 14. So you have to match it or beat it to deal damage to it. So roll 2 dice for the creature, add its skill score, 2 dice for yourself, add your skill score. Whoever's strength is higher wounds the creature. So the creature could beat you a bunch of times later on if your skill's lower, but your skill is really high. So I feel like you're going to do okay. But there are things that can hurt your skill, so be careful. So this is the first point where the luck comes in. If you win a roll, so let's say you roll and you wound the creature, you do 2 points to its stamina. So if it has a stamina of 6, you've got to hit it 3 times. At that point, once you've done 2 points, you can use a point of your luck to do an extra damage, if you so choose. And vice versa, if the creature hits you, you'll take 2 points, but you can use your luck to save a point of damage and only take 1. So just keep that in mind. I'll bring that up later when we go into a battle. Escaping a battle. On some pages, you'll be given the option to escape. You may only escape if it is offered to you on the page. If you do, run away and take 1 wound. So you take 2 points, and there's no way you can use luck for that. Using luck in battles is exactly how I said. However, sometimes the book will say, would you like to test your luck? To test your luck, you have to roll 2 dice, and the number needs to be equal or less than your current luck. So on 2 dice, you would have to roll an 8 or lower. Like that's an 11, that's unlucky. That's meant to be difficult when you're testing your luck. But yeah, we've done that. Restoring stuff. Occasionally, a page may give you instructions to alter your skill score. Magic weapon may increase your skill, but remember that only 1 weapon can be used at a time. You cannot claim 2 skill bonuses for carrying 2 magic swords, etc., etc. Then the next thing we need to know here is your stamina and provisions. You might come across things that might restore your health or your stamina, and skill and luck and whatnot. You can use these things whenever you like, but you can only use them outside of battle unless you have a stamina spell, and we'll get to those in a moment. In which case you can use that in battle. Okay. So spells. Equipment. Each time. It is the magic score. I feel like I've lost a page. So you're gonna get a bunch of spells in a second, and I'm gonna give you points for that. And I'm gonna read out all of your varying spells. Here we go. So we're gonna roll 2 dice and add 6, and this will be your total magic. Alright, and we're gonna write this into the magic box. I actually just pop it in notes. Alright, so roll. Not on screen. Roll. Oh my god. I haven't done this in a while. Okay, 6. So 6 plus 6 is 12. You get 12 spells, which is pretty good actually. Okay, so you can have as many or as little of these as you would like. But you can, every time you pick one, that's going to be one of your picks, and you have 12 total picks. The magic spells you can pick from are Creature Copy. This spell will allow you to conjure up an exact duplicate of any creature you are fighting. The duplicate will have the same skill and stamina scores and the same powers as its original, but the duplicate will be under the control of your will, and you may, for example, instruct it to attack the original creature and then sit back and watch the battle. ESP. With this spell, you will be able to tune into psychic wavelengths. It may help you to read a creature's mind, or it may tell you what's behind a locked door. However, it is sometimes prone to giving misleading information if one psychic source is close to another. Fire. Every creature is afraid of fire, and this spell allows you to conjure up fire at will. You may cause a small explosion on the ground, which will burn for several seconds, or you may create a wall of fire to keep creatures at bay. Fool's Gold. This spell will turn ordinary rock into a pile of what appears to be gold. However, this spell is merely a form of illusion spell. Although more reliable than illusion, the pile of gold will soon turn back to rock. Illusion. This is a powerful spell, but one which is a little unreliable. Though the spell you may create, through the spell you may create a convincing illusion. For example, that you have turned into a snake, or that the floor is covered in hot coals, with which to fool a creature. The spell will immediately be cancelled if anything happens which dispels the illusion. For example, you convince a creature that you have turned into a snake and then promptly crack it over the head with your sword. It is most effective against intelligent creatures. Levitation. You may cast this spell onto objects, opponents, and even yourself. It frees the receiver from the effects of gravity, and as such will cause the receiver to float freely in the air and under your control. Luck. This spell, along with the skill, stamina spells, is special in that it may be cast at any time during your adventure, except in battle. You need not wait for a choice to appear on a page. Once cast, it will restore your luck to its initial, to score by half its initial luck score. If your initial luck score is an odd number, then deduct the extra half. This spell will never take your luck score over its initial level. Thus, if you cast 2 luck spells together, it'll just fully restore it. So I was wrong about that. You can't do those in battle. So there is luck, skill, and stamina spells, which you can pick. There's also shielding. Casting the spell creates an invisible shield in front of you with which to protect you from physical objects, arrows, swords, or creatures. The shield is not effective against magic, and of course, if nothing outside can touch you, you cannot touch it. Then you've got the strength spell. This spell has the effect of increasing your strength greatly and is very useful when battling strong creatures. However, it must be exercised with caution, as it is difficult to control your own strength when it is suddenly increased by so much. And last one, weakness. Strong creatures are reduced by this spell to miserable weaklings. It is not successful against all creatures, but when effective, those creatures become puny and much less of a challenge in battle. Hi, Wallace. So you have 12 picks, and you can have, for example, just to make it clear, you could have one of everything and then a couple extra copies of fire, or you could have a couple of copies of strength, a couple of copies of fire, and ignore illusion. What I will tell you is that ESP, levitation, illusion, and fool's gold are contextual. They want you to like find that thing in the book before you're allowed to use it. So if you're like, oh, I'll just use fire here, and the book doesn't give you the option to do it, you can't. So don't stress too much about it. Just pick some stuff, and yeah. No. That's what I'm here for. I will gladly repeat that as much as you like. There was creature copy, ESP, fire, creature copy. You want one of those?
Yeah.
So there is in total, there's 11 spells total, and you have 12 to pick from. Yep. Sounds good. Fire.
For the games.
Yeah. Called levitation. The game does offer you alternatives as well throughout the game. If I learn how to spell levitation, that'd be great. Alright, and 2 illusions. Here we go. Alright, so loaded all of those in for you. Now, you start with a... Where's my note? Now, you always start with a backpack, a lantern, a sword, and some leather armor. So, you're not going in blind, you've got some stuff. Alright. Good. Alright, so you're starting adventure. I just want to quickly find the part and read it out. That like this game doesn't need all the everythings. It's brutal, but it's somehow fair. Alright, jump in. So the last thing it says is hints on play. It will probably take you several attempts to make your way through the Citadel of Chaos. Make notes, draw maps as you explore if you like. This map will be useful in the future adventures if you come back and want to do that. Not all locations contain treasure. Many merely contain traps and creatures. There are many wild goose chase passages, and while you may progress through your ultimate destination, it is by no means certain that you will win. May the luck of the gods go with you on the adventure ahead. So, all right. I think this is the 6th or 7th episode. So, of no one actually being able to beat it. One person actually got to the big bad guy that you'll hear about in a moment, and then just died. It was actually quite funny. All right, background. Let's jump in. You ready, Kat? All right. The lawful good folk of the Vale of Willow have lived for some 8 years in awe and fear of the demi-sorcerer Balthus Dire. In awe since his power was truly awesome, and in fear ever since word leaked from his domain that his ambitious plans of conquest were to commence with the Vale itself. A faithful half-elf sent on a spying mission to the Black Tower came galloping back to the Vale 3 days ago with a frantic warning. From within the cavern of Kraken Rock, Balthus Dire had recruited an army of chaotics and was preparing them to attack the Vale within the week. The good King Solomon was a man of action. Messengers were sent throughout the Vale that day to prepare defenses and to summon the menfolk to action. Riders had also been sent to the great forest of Yore to warn the half-elves that lived there and make an appeal for an allied force King Solomon was also a wise man. He knew well that the news would inevitably reach the Grand Wizard of Yore, a white sorcerer of great power who lived deep within the forest. The wizard was old and would not last through the battle of this magnitude, but he schooled a number of young magicians. Perhaps one of these students in the magic arts, with courage and ambition, would aid the king and his subjects. You are his star pupil, the star pupil of Grand Wizard of Yore. He has been a difficult master, and your own impatience has gotten the better of you, perhaps a little too headstrong. You left immediately for Solomon's court. The king welcomed you enthusiastically and explained his plan. The battle could be avoided without bloodshed if Balthus were to be assassinated before his army could be amassed. The mission ahead of you is extremely perilous. Balthus Dire is surrounded in his citadel by a multitude of appalling creatures. Although magic is your strongest weapon, there will be times when you must rely on your sword to survive. King Solomon has briefed you on your mission and warned you of the dangers that lie ahead. One way through the citadel is the best for you to take. If you discover it, you will be successful with a minimum of personal risk. It may take you several trips to find your way through. You leave the Vale of Willow on the long hike to the Black Tower. At the foot of the Kragan Rock, you can see the outline against your dark sky. Your adventure awaits. May your stamina never falter. Alright. That's sort of what it's going to be like. You hear muffled gruntings as you approach, and two misshapen creatures step forward. The sun, what is this? Did I mess this up? Oh, wow. That's weird. No, I read the description first. Whoops, my bad. The sun sets as twilight turns to darkness. You start your climb up the hill towards the forbidden shape foreboding shape silhouetted against the night sky. The citadel is less than an hour's climb. Some distance from its walls, you stop to rest. A mistake, as it seems a fearful spectre from which there is no escape. The hairs on your neck prickle as you look towards it. But you are ashamed of your fears. With grim resolve, you march onwards towards the main gate, where you know guards will be waiting. You consider your options. You have already thought about claiming to be a herbalist. Come to treat a guard with a fever. You could pose as a trader or an artisan, perhaps a carpenter. You could even be a nomad seeking shelter for the night. As you ponder the possibilities and the yarns you will have to spin to the guards, you reach the main trail leading up to the gates. Two lanterns burn on either side of the portcullis. You hear muffled gruntings as you approach. The two misshapen creatures step forward. On the left stands an ugly creature with the head of a dog and the body of a great ape. Flexing its powerful arms, its opposite number is indeed its opposite, with the head of an ape and the body of a large dog. This latter guard approaches you on all fours. It stops some meters in front of you, raises itself on hind legs, and addresses you. Which story will you opt for? Will you pose as a herbalist? Will you claim to be a tradesman? Or will you ask for shelter for the night? This is what they look like, Kat. This one's the one talking to you. Liam's in the Facebook tweets. Hey, Liam. So there was pose as a herbalist, claim to be a tradesman, or will you ask shelter for the night?
Yeah, my stuff isn't helping me at all in this decision.
Well, you have to make it. Yeah, you have to make a choice first before it gives you an idea there.
Yeah, perfect. You know what? I'll gamble with herbalist. I just like that thought.
You want to be a herbalist?
Yeah.
And at 261. All right.
Chose the wrong choice.
Now, this book's pretty open and fluid, actually, so you'll be fine. The ape dog asked to see your herbs. Luckily, you grabbed a few handfuls of weeds on your way, and you show them. Cocking its head to one side, the creature eyes you suspiciously. It asks you for the name of the guard you have come to treat. Something you hadn't planned on. You quickly think of a name to bluff the creature with. Which name will you pick? Kiltrog, Pinkus, or Blag?
We'll go. Blag.
You want to go with Blag?
Actually, look, we'll go with the first one.
Flytog? Kyle Trog. It's really hard to say. We'll go with that one?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Wait, one. The ape dog laughs and tells you that Carl Trog is a lazy good-for-nothing and is not worth saving. You breathe a sigh of relief and he walks back and shouts for the gatekeeper. Moments later, the gatekeeper appears and opens a small doorway to let you in. You did it.
Oh, apparently.
Old mate Carl Trog. It's spelled like this. I don't know if chat can quite see this. It's there. It's
Kyle Trog.
Kyle Trog.
Sure.
Fucking Kyle.
I don't know.
Alright. You walk forward into a spacious open courtyard surrounded by large walls. Various lights are burning and groups of figures are shuffling around in the darkness. In the center of the courtyard is a large monument of some kind, perhaps a fountain. Looking across the yard, you can see what appears to be the main entrance of the tower. Will you creep around the walls towards the tower, stride boldly across the courtyard, or tiptoe through the shadows towards one of the groups?
Tiptoe through the shadows?
Let's do that.
Tippy-tappy.
Jess has gifted a sub to Retro. Nice. You're a good egg. Cautiously, and keeping well out of sight, you creep through the darkness around the edge of the courtyard. There are two groups of creatures in front of you. To the right, you can see two human-like figures talking under a torch fastened to the wall. To the left, a group of 4 creatures of varying shapes and sizes are sitting around a fire eating. Will you approach the two by the torch or the group by the fire?
Group by the fire.
The group by the fire?
Mm-hmm.
Watch the group by the fire, 339. A motley crew sit around the fire. A warty-faced orc is handing out scraggy chunks of half-cooked meat to the others. A snarling dwarf with green skin is complaining about the size of his piece, while 2 scruffy goblins, a man and a woman, are cuddling each other. They giggle and laugh, and every so often she slaps his ugly face, causing more merriment. As you approach, they stop and turn around to look at you with unwelcoming faces. They sneer at your neat appearance, and the female goblin whispers some comment to her mate. In front of the dwarf, you can see an open box. You can just make out a vial of liquid within it. Will you sit down with them around the fire? Ask them whether you may join. And this is what you can see.
Ask them if I can. Oh yeah. Ask them if I can join.
Ask them if you can join? Ask.
Yeah, sure, why not?
149. They're not interested in your company and bid you on your way. You may either carry on towards the tower, turn to the left to investigate the monument in the center of the courtyard, or sit down at the fire anyway.
Sit down at the fire anyway.
Oh.
I'm just asking for death. Great.
It's going to take a bit more to kill you. It's all good. As you sit down, they rise to their feet. The dwarf picks up a club and springs at you, while the goblin and orc grab swords. The goblin mistress gives a cry and jumps out of the way, retreating back to the darkness. 13.
Sounds great. Good first impressions.
You draw your sword just in time as the dwarf is almost upon you. Fight each in turn, the dwarf, goblin, and orc. If you win, you may escape during the battle by making off for the monument in the center of the courtyard at any time. Okay? So the dwarf has a skill of 5 and a stamina of 6. Get these off for a second. So, got my skill and stamina here. Oop. These are back to front. So, skill. 5, 6. Next one has a 4. They seem pretty low level, so.
Okay.
Okay. So, in turn, you're going to fight them. Now, they're going to roll 2 dice. Oh, they have to both be on screen. Come on. So they roll 5, 6, 7, 8. 8
Yep.
plus 5 is, 13. There's no way you could fail this roll. You have a skill of 12, and if I roll two ones, you get 14. So you smack it over the head, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so it takes 2 damage. Now, this is where you actually are allowed to spend your luck if you choose. You can just spend your luck without having to roll for it to do extra damage. Would you like to do that?
No.
Alright, fair enough. I completely agree. Alright, they roll an 8, so you smack it again. 2. Alright. They roll 5. Oh my god, you just killed the dwarf.
I didn't mean to.
You killed the dwarf with nary, like, you barely lifted a finger. You sort of just stood there and he just impaled himself on the sword.
Yeah, that's what we'll say happened. Oops.
Okay, the goblin. So for the goblin, he has a skill of 6, but he only has a stamina of 4. So roll for the goblin. Rolls a 10, so he rolls a 16. So you could fail this. So you roll. Oh, the screen. You on the screen. There we go. But you don't. You crush it. All right. They roll an 11. Oh, they rolled a 17. You ready? Roll a 3. So you take 2 damage.
Okay.
All right. So they roll a 4, and you roll a 7. Crush it. Okay, he dead too. But you've taken 2 damage. Update that in a second. Right. Stamina. Here we go. Last one, the orc has 7 stamina, but only a skill of 5. So they roll 8. So you smack him.
Oh, okay. Slap.
Yep. Again. Smack him again.
Mm-hmm.
Last one. Oh, they rolled a 12.
Shit.
6, 7, 17, and then you roll
No.
4. So you take 2. Alright, and then they roll a 4, so they get a 1. And then they roll a 7, so you've killed them. You took 4 points of damage. Now, you can mitigate any of that by spending your luck if you so choose, but that is how luck would work with this.
Okay. Awesome. That's good to know.
You're on 14. But you got them, so if you win, 235. Alright. Afraid that the commotion may have attracted attention, you peer out into the darkness. Nothing seems to be happening. Going through the pockets of the creatures, you find 8 gold pieces, a copper-colored key, and a jar of dark, creamy ointment. You may take 2 of these with you. Turning to the vial of liquid, you can make out an inscription on the lid, written in runes. Your heart leaps as you realize this is a potion of magic and it's very rare. Within the vial is enough liquid for 2 doses, an effect that has an effect of raising your magic score by 1 point, allowing you the energy to use 1 extra spell. You may take this potion with you, after using any spell. When you drink the potion, you need not cross the spell off your list. So it's 2 extra spells, but you just declare when you're using it to save the spells that you've already got.
Do I have to do it beforehand?
Nope, after you use it. you can go, I would also like to keep that spell.
What if I do it like way after?
I'll allow it.
Okay.
This book's pretty brutal, so.
Great. Sounds great.
All right. So which of the gold piece, copper colored key, and jar of dark creamy ointment would you like to keep? You can have 2 or 3.
We'll go the key.
Yep, copper colored key.
Now, dark ointment or money, because I feel like money would be handy.
Your call.
There's a huge thing for it as well. We'll go money.
The coin?
Yeah. I feel dirty, but yeah.
You feel dirty? Why?
I'd rather take the ointment, but I think it's the gold.
All right. Now you may carry on either towards the Citadel or over to the 2 men talking by the torchlight.
Over by the 2 men by the torchlight.
Right. 69. The 2 men are dirty and unkempt. As you approach, you can hear them arguing loudly about the price of a dagger. The taller of the 2 is obviously trying to sell the dagger to the other. He argues that the dagger is enchanted and worth more than the other is willing to pay for it. As you come closer, he grabs you by the arm and asks for your opinion on the price of the weapon. What will you say? 5 gold pieces, 8 gold pieces, or 10 gold pieces? I mean, you've got 8, right?
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's just your opinion, right? You're not buying this.
Exactly. I'd say 5.
5?
Sure. Is that not a lot? I don't know the currency here.
It's up to you. Do you want to say 5 or do you want to say 8 or do you want to say 10?
I'll go 5.
5? Okay. The tall man is outraged by your price, but the other agrees. The argument becomes more intense and the taller man draws his sword. The shorter man does likewise, and as you are threatened, so do you. It is you and the shorter man against the tall man. You must resolve this battle. Before starting each attack round, roll 1 die. If the number is odd, the tall man will attack the shorter man first, and you personally may ignore that attack round. Although you must still roll for the short man. If the number is even, the tall man goes for you, and the shorter man can ignore the attack. Ignore that attack round. If the shorter man dies during the battle, the taller man will finish off the battle with you. I've never seen this.
Great. I didn't want to draw my sword.
Okay, so I've got a clear. Actually, does this matter? Let's throw these. Okay, so if it is an odd number means that we go first. So roll.
Okay.
6. It's an even number.
Oh.
The tall man goes. So if the number is even, the tall man goes for you, and the shorter man can ignore that. Ignore that attack round. So the tall man's going for you. He has a skill of 8 and a stamina of 8. So he rolls a 7. So he has rolled a 15, and you roll 6. You roll 18, so you hit him. So he goes to 6 stamina. All right, so we roll to see who goes first. We get even again. Roll for the tall man. He rolls a 3. So you smack him again. You just straight up. He's half dead. It's okay. We're getting there. All right. 2 attacks. We got an odd number, so it's the short man. The short man's going to. The tall man's going to get his roll. 5. Short man. Okay, he hit him. There you go. You had to do nothing that round. And then the tall man's going to attack you. 9. That's 17. What have you got? Oh, you hit him. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He's dead.
Oh, no.
When the battle has been resolved, the short man survived as well. When the battle has been resolved, turn to 309 if the shorter man is still alive. Wow.
Alright.
Okay. You both go through the tall man's pockets. You find 20 gold pieces, which you split equally, and you toss up for the dagger. Heads, you get it. Tail, he does. Toss a coin for this. If you get the dagger, turn to 15. If not...
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to give you some more coin first. So you got 10 coin. 18. And then I need a coin.
I could ask Google.
Alright. Go for it. Heads or tails, and then you can ask Google.
Alright. I'll go tails. Oh, it's wrong. Anyway. Hey Google. Heads or tails?
It landed on tails.
You got it! Fuck yeah!
Yeah. Everyone's dead. I love
Nice.
it. Yeah.
Alright. Got a 15. You got the dagger. The shadow. The dagger is indeed a work of art and is undoubtedly worth a fair price. The blade is made of a shiny metal and the hilt is a peculiar green leather with inlaid stones. You read an inscription which tells you that it's an enchanted throwing dagger which never misses. In future combat, you may use this dagger to throw at an opponent. It will automatically inflict 2 stamina points without the need of a roll for an attack, but you may only use it once. Put the dagger on your belt and set onwards.
Nice. Good accessory.
Guaranteed 2 damage.
Yeah.
I have a enchanted throwing dagger. Done. Let's just call it an enchanted dagger. Yep, done. Awesome.
Alrighty.
Grass says we're in uncharted waters now. Grass, actually, you probably could beat this book if you tried. You've been here every episode. I don't even fucking remember what happens most of the time. I just read it out. Alright. You set off towards the Citadel. Although the night air is calm, you hear a faint whistling, which rapidly gets louder and louder, until a strong gust of wind suddenly hits you with such force that you can barely move against it. You shield your eyes until the blast retreats silently, and as you open them, you see a ghostly female face inside what appears to be a living whirlwind. She mouths words at you, which you cannot make out, but some seconds after she's finished talking, the message reads you. She seems to find your appearance offensive and is challenging you with words of abuse. You grab at your sword, but she laughs. Will you ignore her and continue? Talk to her, or use your magic to see her off? What she looks like.
Talk to her.
You want to talk to her?
Yeah, I don't want to fight.
A 390. She begins to torment you, blowing you off your feet each time you rise. Test your luck. If you're lucky, turn here. If you're unlucky, turn here. Okay, so test your luck. So we're going to roll 2 dice. It has to be 8 or lower. Roll.
Well, fucking great.
Look, that was a 4. Okay. Now the other dice rolled off.
If you want.
Ah, get it on the screen, damn you. Yeah, there you go. 4. See? I want someone to beat the book. Oh, fucking man, I'm so shit at these dice today. There you go.
Yeah,
Haha, I told you. Told you.
Honey. Alright, sure. I'll take it. I'll take it. Some mysterious
50.
fate that doesn't control this at all.
4 was the original roll, I promise.
Alright. Yeah. Okay.
Alright, okay.
I won, everyone.
You try a simple ploy to get rid of her, hoping that she is not too intelligent. Looking into the shadows, you claim to see another similar creature. She claims you are mistaken, but you are convincing. She nips off to investigate, allowing you to rush towards the Citadel entrance. Turn to 218.
Oh, okay.
We gave her the slip. In front of you was a large wooden door, firmly locked. You may either knock 3 times for the guard, or you may use a strength spell and try to open it.
Lock 3 times the guard.
Yep, 118. There it is. Oh, we got a picture. The door opens and a large, brutish creature steps out. It has a sharp horn in the middle of its forehead, and its skin appears to be armor-plated. It grunts to ask you what you want and demands the password before letting you in. Do you know the password? If so, turn here. If not, you will have to bluff your way in. This is what it looks like.
Okay.
Now, for record, if you think you can guess the password, I will happily go there because it does give you multiple choice. Oh, actually, that'll be the bluff option, right? 190.
I don't like this choice. Sure.
Oh, yeah. No. So, yeah. Would you like to guess the password, or would you like to try and bluff your way in?
Guess the password.
Alright. Here we go. Is the password Scimitar, Ganges, or Kraken?
Ganges?
The creature looks at you, its eyes narrow. In its hand is a long pike, which it quickly points towards you. That is not the password. It bellows and steps out to battle. Test your luck. If you are lucky, you think of a bluff quickly. If you are unlucky, you stammer and the creature advances to fight you.
Alright.
Oh, boo boo boo. That's a good name. These books are still amazing. I've actually got another one which I really want to do one of these streams, but we can't beat this book. All right, you ready? Test your luck. You rolled an 8.
Okay.
All right,
Okay, we're good.
198.
Flips hair.
Flips hair.
Yeah. No one can see my expressions, and that's how I talk, so.
I love it.
Perfect.
You think quickly, you reach into your bag and pull out a handful of weeds, showing them to the creature. You explain that you're a herbalist and come to treat the Lord's librarian, who is critically ill. The messenger never told you of any passwords. This is 177. I'm just reading.
No.
If you were unlucky, he doesn't care who you are, and you may not enter without the password.
Okay.
But he believed you. Okay. You're in a narrow hallway. This continues for several meters and ends in a doorway. Halfway along the passage, you can see an archway where some steps lead downwards. Will you go forwards to the door or creep down the steps?
Creep down the step.
Through foot. You follow the stairs downwards. The air is cold and stagnant. At the foot of the stairs is a door. Will you try the door or climb the stairs again and go up to the door on the ground floor? So it's asking, would you like to go back or continue through the door?
I'll continue through the door.
7. The door is locked. You may try to break it down by charging it with your shoulder, or you may cast a strength spell on yourself and try to wrench the door off its hinges.
I feel like both of those make loud noises.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
But this is like a grand building. There's like few and far people between this giant thing.
If I were to try and do it myself, wouldn't that rely on stamina?
I imagine so. It'll probably test your skill or something maybe, and then just it'll deal stamina to you. if you do the strength spell, I don't know. It's saying, your idea in your head is, I'm either going to charge this door with my shoulder, or I'm going to cast strength spell and literally rip it off the hinges.
Yeah. I might charge the door.
Charge the door? 268.
Yeah.
As you hit the door, the wood cracks a little but does not give. You try it again, and this time the wood splits down the middle. You break your way through into the room behind it. Nice.
Alright then. Fine. Alright.
Bust down a door.
Whatever. Mm-hmm.
You now stand in a large round room. It is lit by a single torch fixed into one wall. There is no furniture in the room, save for a rough wooden table and chair in the center. Hovering above the table, fast asleep, is a very small man dressed in a green shirt and pantaloons. He cannot be more than a meter tall, and you cannot believe that he is still asleep after your noisy entrance. You hear a creak and turn to your right, in time to see a small catapult fire a missile of some sort straight at you. It's going to hit you unless you use the shielding spell. If you use the spell, turn here. If you cannot or will not, turn here. Would you like to use shielding spell?
Yeah. I'll use it. I feel like it's probably.
Right. I'm gonna deduct that one. So notes. Okay. So okay. You cast a spell just in time. The missile hits your magical shield and splatters against it, dribbling onto the floor. You test the resulting mush to see what it was. You were nearly hit by tomato? In the center of the room, the sleeping figure is stirring. Turn to 29. Cautiously, you approach the little man. As you get close, a single eye opens and looks you straight in the face. A wide grin spreads between the creature's ears and he disappears. "Good morning to ya," says a chirpy little voice behind you, and you swivel around to see him standing there, still grinning. "I'm Seamus, the leprechaun." He chuckles and holds his hand out to you. He seems friendly enough. Will you shake his hand and try to befriend him, or draw your sword?
We'll shake its hand, but I don't trust leprechauns.
71. You grasp his hand and introduce yourself and cry out as the nerves down your arm go numb. Seamus bursts out laughing. Lose 1 skill point as you were using your sword arm. You are becoming angry, but the little man continues to shake your hand and laugh. A laugh comes from behind you and you look around to see him floating in the air, grinning, but you're still shaking his hand in front of you. Or are you? In fact, you now realize you're frantically shaking hands with a stuffed dummy which is flopping around. On the end of the arm, as you shake it, you throw it to the ground, but it's stuck to your hand. The situation is ludicrous, and you're becoming very angry. "Just a little joke," says the leprechaun, who snaps his ringers. The dummy disappears. "Now, what can I do for ya? Will you ask him the way onwards, or draw your sword?" Ras has gifted a sub to Obubu. I'm gonna say that.
Hey.
You lost a skill point.
Yeah.
11's still really high for skill. Come on.
Uh-huh. I'm just ready for death now. Sure, we'll ask him. Ask him, help me, please.
Ask him the way. 348. All right.
Yeah. I hate leprechauns. I don't hate them.
"Oh, I shouldn't go this way," says Seamus. These are not pleasant parts. These 3 doors are the only ways onward. 2 of them are very dangerous and the other is very smelly. On the opposite side of the room are 3 doors. One has a brass handle, one has a copper handle, and the other has a bronze handle. Which will you choose? Brass handle, copper handle, bronze handle, or will you ask for his advice?
I will ask for his advice.
Which would I take? He muses. Let's see. I would not take the one to Fuck this. God. Which one would I take, eh? He muses. Let's see. I would not take the 2 doors to the left of the copper-handled one, nor the door to the right of the bronze-handled one. Which one will you choose? I had to read that out slowly.
Yeah. Order was the doors. It was gold, bronze, and gold, copper, and bronze.
Brass, copper, and bronze.
Wow, Jesus. Okay.
So he said, I would not take the 2 doors to the left of the copper-handled one, nor the door to the right of the bronze-handled one. And it goes brass, copper, bronze.
Yeah.
What? Nor the door to the right of the bronze? The bronze one's on the fucking end.
Yeah, but I'm expecting it means, like, not the brass. But then...
Maybe.
You know what? I'll go bronze.
You got bronze?
Sure.
354. You open the door and step into another room, glad to have left the annoying little creature behind. A sudden intense flash of light bursts out in front of you. You shield your eyes and then rub them, but you cannot see. Panic hits you as you hear a low growling noise. Padded footsteps come closer and you cry out in pain as this unseen creature roars and embeds its sharp teeth in your leg. Will you cast a strength spell, a weakness spell, or draw your sword and slash at the creature?
Strength spell?
Strength, yep. 301. Okay. You feel strength surging through your body. You try to wrestle with the head of the creature, but its own strength seems also to have increased to match yours. Your leg is now useless and covered in blood. Your strength begins to fade, and as it does, the creature's jaws close on your throat. Consciousness fades. Under 323. You awake and look around. As your memory returns, you are amazed that you can see. Your leg feels tender, but is uninjured. You hear a small chuckle coming from above, and suddenly the whole thing makes sense. Floating above you is Oshamus, now laughing loudly. The whole thing has been one big practical joke. You are enraged and leap to your feet, but as you glare at the funny little man rolling about in the air in hysterics, you can't help but see the funny side too. You chuckle, then giggle, then laugh loudly. For some time, the two of you roar with laughter until tears stream down your face. When you are both able to control yourselves, you eventually settle down to chat. He is a pleasant little man. Before he leaves, he says, "Indeed, you're a good sport. The way ahead is fraught with danger, but perhaps these will help you." With a wave of his hand, a sword and a plate appear on the table. The sword is a magic battle sword and will add 1 point to your dice roll when throwing for your attack strength. The plate is, in fact, a silver mirror of fine workmanship. You may take these with you, but you will have to leave your old sword behind. And then leave through the brass, copper, or bronze-handled door. Equipment. You have a magic sword. Magic battle sword.
Oh, okay. I will walk through the copper door.
Silver mirror. Done. Okay, and we're walking through the copper door. 144. Right. The door opens and you enter a narrow corridor. You follow it for some time until you finally come to another door. This time a wide, carved door with the inscription "Wine Cellar" set into it. You try the handle and it opens. Poking your head around the door, you can see rows and rows and racks full of bottles, full of wine. The room is dimly lit by several candles. Your opening the door has caused a little bell to ring, and a figure is limping towards you up one of the aisles. Will you draw your sword and prepare to defend yourself, or see what the fellow might have to say and what he looks like?
I'll see what the fellow has to say.
Right. 56. Okay. The black elf approaching you is skinny and ragged. Keep adding letters in here. The black elf approaching you is skinny and ragged. He asks whether you are a guest or an adventurer. You tell him you're a guest. Come down to sample the wine he keeps in his famous wine cellar. With a certain pride, he shows you the vintage bottles he keeps for his lord, the demi-sorcerer. Some of them he claims have magical powers. He offers to let you sample the wine. Will you try a sample of the red, the white, or the rosé? Or will you decline his offer and make your way onwards? Full of wine, book complete.
We'll go rosé.
Rosé?
Yeah.
334. Okay. You take a couple of sips, not bad. You take a mouthful, but as you do, you wonder why the elf is chuckling. Suddenly, he asks whether you really are a guest. Although your mind is confirming that you are indeed a visitor, your voice is telling him that you are not. You have come to put an end to Balthus Dyer's plans of conquest. You curse as the realization that the wine must be spiked with a truth serum. The black elf now knows of your mission and must be prevented from telling others. You draw your sword, and as you do, he pulls a small metallic device from the pouch tied around his waist. With a touch, it turns into a saw-edged weapon. 75.
Why can I just walk? Why can I walk? I felt the need to walk, but no.
You recognize
Fine.
the device as a pocket myriad, an enchanted gadget which can become one of a number of weapons or useful artifacts. You both close for battle. You may fight him with your sword. Or you may cast a spell. If you cast a weakness spell, his skill is reduced to 5. If you cast a creature copy spell, an identical black elf with a pocket myriad will fight the elf. If you wish to cast an illusion spell, so you can cast an illusion spell, a creature copy spell, or a weakness spell here. Or you could just fight him. He has a skill of 8 and a stamina of 4, so you need to hit him twice.
Oh, I'll fight him.
You just want to fight him? Alright.
Yeah, sure. We'll see what happens.
Roll. So he rolled a 5. You roll 10. Okay, so you smack him over the head. He rolls
Bitch slap.
a 5. You roll a 3. Hold on. 8. 5 is 13. And you have 11 plus 14 plus 1 is 15. You kill him.
Oh, okay, cool.
He was a bit weaker than I thought he was.
Yeah, no, I was expecting this. Yeah.
If you fight him and win, turn to 2-7. It's just... You go through his pockets and find 8 gold pieces. The pocket myriad has, unfortunately, been damaged in the fight, but you may be able to find some use for it and may take it with you. Now you may either investigate the wine cellar or press on through the door at the far end of the room. Have a pocket myriad that you can't use as a weapon though, or I don't know. It says that you may find a use for it. I've never heard of this pocket myriad thing. You're finding content I have not seen yet.
Oh, well, there you go.
How do I spell this fucking thing? Yeah, myriad. And you found 8 gold pieces as well.
Yay.
Gold.
Doesn't make me feel dirty. Okay.
You got 24 gold now. Cat,
no,
the overly pacifist monster slayer. Oh, we haven't named your character.
Well, that's what we'll name it. I know, I noticed from the start, and I was like, you know what? He'll only find out when we finish, and I'll be like, my name is Name. Thank you. But, yeah, overly pacifist. Yeah. It's much better.
Thank you, Dras. That was perfect. Done. Unlock. So what would you like to choose?
I'll explore the cellar.
Cellar? Now that you've killed him, we're gonna go steal his stuff.
Apparently. I just want to know if we have the doors or anything.
The bottles and caskets contain hundreds of different types of wine. Some are exceedingly old and valuable. In one corner of the room, there is a table laid out for sampling with 2 bottles and glasses. Will you try a sample of the red wine or white wine? Or will you try neither and press onwards? If you decide to leave, you may take a bottle of wine off of the racks with you for your journey.
Take it for my journey.
You're leaving, take a bottle?
Yeah.
You want a bottle of red or white? Or rosé?
Well, rosé with true serum.
I don't know if we know that one for a specific.
It could be they're all true serum and it doesn't matter.
The red or white?
There's no third option. Okay.
Oh yeah, you can have a rosé. This is for flavor because you're just nicking a bottle of wine, right?
Okay, we'll go rosé.
Yeah, we'll nick a vintage rosé. Vintage rosé. Circa. Free elf. That's how you know it's the good one.
Mm.
Oh God. There we go. All right.
Did you see Draz Lynch's comment?
Yeah, she keeps trying to avoid combat, then murderizes everything in 2-3 hits. You kind of are. You're doing that a lot.
Yeah. A lot.
It's the red wine or the white wine. Press onwards. 95. Okay, cool. All right. At the far end of the wine cellar is a wooden door, which you try. It opens to a passageway which leads onwards for several meters. Feel like you could have kept riding there, but let's flick over to another one. Book. Come on, book. Somewhere along the passage, you arrive at a 4-way junction. You take a path to the north, which eventually leads you to a large wooden door. You can hear nothing by listening at the keyhole. Will you try to open the door slowly and quietly, or charge the door down?
I can't use a spell.
Yeah, no spell here.
I'll try and open the door quietly.
Try and open the door quietly?
Sure.
308.
Never gotten that option before.
The handle turns and you step into a dark room.
Ah, joy. That's always what you want.
Alright. You look around the room. It is lit only by your torch. Although a fairly large room, it has little furniture in it. Although a large boulder, sliced flat, resembles a table, and a smaller rock form sort of stool behind it. In one corner, a pile of rocks are held together with mud. You cannot imagine their purpose, although they support 3 wooden chests. Then you jump with fright as your torch lights up a large creature, seemingly made of rock itself, standing by a door. It's roughly human-shaped, although somewhat larger. Its eyes are staring straight at you, but you cannot be sure if it's actually seeing you. Will you run for the door, attempt to speak to the creature, or move slowly towards the boxes in the corner? This is what you can see.
I will speak to it, and it never ends well.
Attempt to speak to it. 3.
Yeah.
The creature is apparently deaf-mute. You hail it in all languages you know, but it continues to stand silently. You make a move towards the center of the room.
Well, apparently.
At your first movement, the creature seems to break from its trance and step towards you. Seeing this, you may either run for the door at the far end of the room, or make for the boxes and risk taking on this silent giant.
I'll run for the door.
Run for the door? You open the door and step forwards into a passageway which runs eastward for several meters. At the foot of a staircase, you climb the stairs and eventually find yourself in a narrow passageway. Short distance ahead, you can see an opening into a large, well-lit room. You press on forwards. The room you are in is some sort of grand dining hall. A long table, large enough to seat some 40 or 50 people, stands in the center, edged with chairs. Various doors and passageways lead from the room, but you are particularly interested in two wide staircases which lead upwards to either end of the balcony, overlooking the hall. Paintings and suits of armor decorate the walls. The room is empty. Will you take the left-hand staircase upwards, take the right-hand staircase upwards? Investigate the paintings or investigate this suit of armor?
Investigate the. It's a trap. It's all a trap. Sure. I'll investigate the paintings. First time, in a castle.
The paintings are portraits of various lords and earls prominent in the kingdom of Krakenrock. Behind a chair at the head of the table is a portrait of Balthus Dyer himself. He does indeed look a powerful adversary. Add 1 luck point for the warning of his appearance, but lose 1 stamina point for the feeling of fear he instills. You may now continue either up the left-hand staircase or the right-hand staircase.
Well, gee, fun.
Not entirely bad. You gained luck out of that. That's
Yeah,
our
I keep
lowest
losing
stat.
stuff.
Sorry?
I keep losing stuff.
You do have a stamina spell, right? You can heal yourself at some point.
At some point. I'll be basic and say left.
Left?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that basic?
Don't most people choose left?
I have no idea. Oh, is that the mentality thing of how shops are set up and stuff?
Yeah.
The staircase creaks as your foot falls on it. You try to ascend as quietly as possible, but the old timber groans under your weight. Suddenly one of the stairs clicks as if to trigger a switch of some kind. To your surprise, all of the stairs flick downwards. You are now standing on a smooth, steep slope. Try as you might, you cannot keep your balance and you fall down the slope, tumbling head over heels. If you wish to use a levitation spell, you may fly up and out of danger and land on the balcony above. Otherwise, turn to this page. Would you like to use a levitation spell?
Sure. No.
Obubu says, super happy fun slide. Is it?
Yeah, I worry about what's at the bottom of this. I'll use the levitation spell.
Alright. That done. Second. Alright. Fly up and onto the balcony. 363. Excuse me. Alright, here we go. Along the balcony are 3 doors. Will you try the door on the left, the center door, or the door on the right?
Center door.
Center door?
Mm-hmm.
You listen at the door and you can hear squeaky voices laughing and squabbling. You try the handle and the door opens. Inside a brightly colored room, a few small beds are in one corner, and strewn about the floor are small mannequins of various brutish creatures. Along the right-hand wall is a large box, and just beyond the box is a door. In the center of the floor, and looking up at you quizzically, are 3 small creatures. They are human-like, but they have green skin, pointed ears, and slit-like eyes. What will your approach be? Draw your sword and prepare to fight them? Look in your pack for something to offer them? Or walk confidently across the room to the far door? If anyone hears chewing on wood, that's Wallace, my puppy. He's next to me, keeping me company.
Oh gosh, what would I offer them? A mirror?
You don't have to offer them anything. You can fight them, or you could just walk past them. Or you can offer them something. I don't know what.
Yeah, I'm looking at my stuff and I'm like, I don't really. Oh, I could offer them. Are they children? Just to double check.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. You can see this. They look like children.
Yeah, they seem like children.
There's like bunk beds and everything.
Yeah, they're gonna attack me.
You don't know that.
Gosh, I guess I offer them. I can't give children rosé.
Which option did you pick? Sorry.
I was like, I can't offer children rosé, can I?
Probably not.
Hmm.
This book's old, but I don't think it's that old.
Mm. Oh God. I give them the silver mirror.
Oh, well, we can turn to that page and see what the book will let us. Very old school parenting. Shush, 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 and down. It's amazing how quickly you can get a child to sleep if you give them a fifth of whiskey.
You know what? Let's just try walking past them.
Just try and walk confidently across the room.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Oh God, what?
As you stride past them, the little creatures watch you silently. They seem merely to find you interesting. You feel that something is not quite right here.
Okay. Good talk.
Is that it?
Okay.
You leave the room. Yeah, that's it. You leave the room and head down a short corridor. Some meters down, you find yourself at the foot of a staircase. This is a spiral staircase which leads right up to the Citadel Tower. Climb the stairs cautiously and eventually arrive at a small landing with two doorways in front of you. We take the left-hand door or the right-hand door. I think you're running. I think you're at the end of this book. Like, we're getting there.
Oh, fun. We'll go left.
25. Alright. The door opens, allowing you into a large circular room. You scratch your head quizzically. In the center of the room, you can see a small island surrounded by a wide trench, on which stands a chest, locked with metal fastenings. The trench is too wide to jump and very deep. Just inside the door is a length of rope. A door leads from the room opposite the door you came in through. Will you ignore the box, walk around the trench to the other door, cast a strength spell and leap across the trench, or pick up the rope and formulate a plan? Now, you actually have used your strength spell, sorry, but you can use your magic potion if you would like to use it again.
I think I'll walk to the other door and I'll save the potion for a sec.
Yeah. Dramas. Like that plan. Okay. Ignore the box. 206. You leave through the door and find yourself at the foot of another spiral staircase, leading up to the Black Tower. Climbing the stairs, you eventually come to a landing where a single door is the only way onwards. You try the door and it slowly opens. You feel yourself sucked into the room, as if by magic. Your torch flickers and dies. The room is pitch black. From nowhere, yet everywhere, comes a mocking laugh which fills the room. Foolish adventurer, says another voice, which changes its tone from high to low as it speaks. Welcome to the home of the Ganges. Unfortunately, it will be the last room you ever see. Ah, but of course you cannot see, can you? But we can see you, can't we, brothers? And laughing voices come from all around you. Suddenly, a ghostly white luminous face flies towards you. You recoil in horror, throwing yourself at the ground. You begin to feel very frightened. Lose one stamina. One skill, 2 stamina, and 1 luck for your fear. What can you do here? You can create a fire spell, try an illusion spell, feel in your backpack for an artifact, or draw your sword.
Fire spell.
Skill goes down by I'm just gonna leave it on 11 because we have that sword. That'll help me remember. Stamina went down by 2. Yes, it did.
Maybe I'll cast an illusion.
Okay. Luck. Hi, Scuba.
Hey, Benny, is this a bad time?
Depends. Is it work related?
Yes.
Okay, shoot.
I just got a package from you guys.
You did?
I think this is meant to contain the Gideon spellbook, except there's no Gideon spellbook.
Cannonball. Had another one.
I see a silver energy that I think corresponded to winning in spellbook.
Yeah, yep. Let me get back to you on that one. I do know that you have a Gideon spellbook, and there should be one on its way. I'm not sure if we've sent you 2 packages. Okay. Was the
Yeah, that might be the case.
Was the card I said was in there?
The armor, no.
Okay, so that's with your Gideon spellbook. And that's
okay,
still on its
sweet.
way.
No, I just wanted to make sure. Sorry to interrupt your stream.
No worries at all. I'm
Whoops,
literally on the clock, so...
Whoops.
No, it's fine. I'm on the
my
clock.
bad. I'll leave you to it.
Hey.
All good.
All good, Scuba. Actually, speaking of Kat, would you like a small break?
Nah. We're in the last room. We'll do this. Yeah.
I don't think this is the last room. I just think you're nearing the end.
Okay.
Because everyone seems to go through this right before they sort of park it. Would you like to create a fire spell, try an illusion spell, feel around in your backpack for an artifact, or draw your sword?
I'll go illusion spell.
An illusion spell? $3.95.
Yeah. Yeah. No pressure.
Okay, here we go. You cast your spell and concentrate, creating the illusion that you are a powerful sorcerer, and you're becoming tired of their pranks, but nothing happens. Again, a mocking laugh comes from all sides. We are magical creatures ourselves, says a voice, though not such amateurs as you. Suddenly you feel a blow in the middle of your back, which knocks you into the middle of the room. Lose 2 stamina points. Will you fumble into your backpack for something of use, or draw your sword? If you have not yet tried a fire spell, you may also do that.
Yeah, try
so we
fire
lose
spell.
2 stamina.
Oh, but they're magic. I'll go through my backpack. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Alright.
You're on 7, that's fine. We've still got health. It's all good. We'll fumble in our backpack. 322. What is in our backpack that we can pick from? Game. What will you pull from your backpack? A spider in a jar, a charmed amulet, or a jar of ointment? So I think you have the jar of ointment. Otherwise, you can just try and fight them.
Gosh, I wonder what that ointment would do. But maybe
you want to
they're
find out?
scared of-
Did you did you take the ointment? I don't think you did.
No, I didn't.
No.
It's a different ointment in the backpack.
A different ointment. do we have? We have lantern, backpack, magic battle sword, copper key, enchanted dagger, silver mirror, pocket myriad, and vintage rosé. If you have none of these, you will draw your sword and face them. 248. But we don't have anything.
Oh. Okay.
A silence spreads over the room. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream comes from one corner, and a hideous face appears in the air, shooting towards you, screaming as it comes. Your hair stands on end, and your legs turn to jelly. Somehow, you manage to reach the door, fling it open, and race through. However, you've forgotten that you are high in a tower, and the balcony has no railing. You tumble over the ledge and fall straight down. If you have a levitation spell, turn to 103. Otherwise, you land in a crumbled heap.
Can I use the magic potion to revive?
Yeah.
I think, wasn't the magic potion to revive 2 spells, or was it just one?
So this is one.
Yep.
Done. You cast your spell, but nothing happens. You fall down and down from the tower, finally landing with a fatal crash on the floor below. The fearsome creatures have robbed you of your magic, and now your life. You have failed in your mission. You have died.
I died.
Only consolation, that's how I've died 3 times playing this.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Oh, man.
I have so many mysteries.
You had a good run. That was quite good.
Yeah, good pacifist run. Yeah.
Boo Boo. Question for you, if you're still here. Obviously you are. You just said rip. Rest in peace. Do you have Discord? If you do, you can join us. And I have time to run one more person through it if you would like to try and go through it yourself. But it would require you to be on voice, because the delay for text is a bit hard.
Yeah.
Reset up all this equipment while...
That was fun, but...
No worries. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, thanks.
Happily invite you back if ever you would like another go at it.
Yeah, I could try. I could be the first one.
I've had nothing but fresh faces for the most part when it comes to this stream. And yeah, like I said, one person's made it through that room. You do have Discord, but you're probably going to bail though, but maybe next time. Okay, so just so you know then, Abubu, I do this every second week, because next on the other weeks it goes me, and then it goes our D&D game, which is hosted by the DM Rory, who works for us. So keep it up. It won't be next week, but the week after. If you are interested, I'll more than happily have you. All right, I'm just going to quickly message Dras and see if he would like a go. Would you like the book? Question mark. Probably working. Anyway, I'm just going to flick over. You do lurk here every now and again. Awesome. All right, I'm just going to flick over to a "We'll be right back" screen. Thank you so much, Kat, for joining us.
Thank you.
You are more than welcome to hang around if we do another one. It'll probably be myself if no one wants to join, but yeah, there we go. Be right back. I am hydrated. Okay. Bring this box up. I've actually I've had this up longer. Forgot about it. I'm sorry, anyone who's been trying to talk to me. Sorry. Oh, it's hard to see. I think I caught most of the chat. Okay. I don't have anyone else, but I have me. I am enough. I actually really like this book as well, but I've never been able to get through it. So let's see how we go. I got my dice, as awkward as it is. If I move it over any further, you guys see this little notation thing pop up and it looks ugly and I don't like it. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna reset all of this stuff. Name. Alright, chat, what should the name of my character be? 0 gold. I've got 0 spells actually right now. Cool. Skill? Alright, what's our skill? We get to roll 1d6. Roll 1d6. Throw. Oh, God. Sire Robin. Alright. I've got 7 skill. So. Holy shit. Actually, what's my luck? Because that's 1 dice as well, right? Roll. 6. You all see it. Don't even try to deny that. Stamina. I get to roll 2 for this. Throw on the screen, please. 7 plus 12 is 18. 19, Ben, do your maths. Alright. And our name shall be Sire Robin. Sire Robin. Okay. So, then we're gonna roll, is it 2d6 or 1d6? I think it's 2 plus 6. Roll 2 dice and add 6. Okay. Roll. 9 plus 6, so we get 15 spells. Alright, let's check out some spells. Brave Sire Robin, maybe doing some running away. Of running away. That was a bad skill roll. I rolled a 1 on my skill, Teresa. Rolled a 1 on my skill. Let's take a creature copy. Let's take a fool's gold. Do we need it? Yeah, but I know how to do that because I just walked Kate through that. Or Cat, rather. Take an illusion spell. Spell? There we go. Let's take a levitation. Spelling this. Oh, it's an eye. Let's take a stamina spell and building spell. Luck spell. Strength spell. And maybe 2 weakness. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Got plenty more choice. Let's have 2 strength then. Have 2 stamina. And oh, did we take any fire? We haven't taken any fire yet, have we? Need fire, surely. Two, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can have 2 more. Let's take one more weakness and one more luck. There we go. Alright, we are ready. We are a powerful magician, Harry's. We're not a strong one, but we are a powerful. Alright, walk up the gate. Alright, for those of you that have forgotten or just coming, go. There's the guards guarding the gate. You hear muffled gruntings as you approach. The 2 misshapen creatures step forward. On the left stands an ugly creature with the head of a dog and the body of a great ape, flexing its powerful arms. In its opposite number is indeed its opposite, with the head of an ape and the body of a large dog. This latter guard approaches you on all fours. It stops some meters in front of you, raises itself on its hind legs and addresses you. Which story will you opt for? I will pose as a herbalist. 261. Yep, and I'm going to say Kyle Trog 81 is the name of the guy we've come to treat. The ape dog laughs and tells you that Kyle Trog is a lazy good for nothing and is not worth saving. You breathe a sigh of relief and he walks back and shouts for the gatekeeper. Moments later, the gatekeeper appears and opens a small doorway to let you in. 251. Alright. Walk forwards into a spacious open courtyard surrounded by large walls. Various lights are burning and groups of figures are shuffling around in the darkness. In the center of the courtyard is a large monument of some kind, perhaps a fountain. Looking across the yard, you can see what appears to be the main entrance to the tower. Will you creep around the wall, stride boldly across the yard, or tiptoe through the shadows to one of the groups? 321. Tiptoe. Cautiously and keeping well out of sight, you creep through the darkness around the edge of the courtyard. There are 2 groups of creatures in front of you. To the right, you can see 2 human-like figures talking under a torch fastened to the wall. To the left, a group of 4 creatures of varying shapes and sizes are sitting around the fire eating. Will you approach the 2 by the torch or the group in the fire? The group. 339. A motley crew sits around a fire. A warty-faced orc is handing out scraggy chunks of half-cooked meat to the others. A snarling dwarf with green skin is complaining about the size of his piece, while 2 scruffy goblins, a man and a woman, are cuddling each other, giggling and laugh, and every so often she slaps his ugly face, causing more merriment. As you approach, they stop and turn around to look at you with unwelcoming faces. They sneer at your neat appearance, and the female goblin whispers some comment to her mate. In front of the dwarf, you can see an open box, and you can just make out a vial of liquid within it. Will you sit down at the fire with them, or ask whether or not you can join them? I'm just going to sit down. 134. Let's speed up this battle. They're taken aback by your audacity. Rather than waiting for them to talk, you act aggressively and demand to know how to get into the Citadel. They point to the main entrance, obviously a little bewildered by your confident manner, and whisper amongst themselves. The orc tells you that you need the password, scimitar, to get in. You ask about the vial of liquid within the box, whereupon they get agitated. Will you press them for more information about the vial, or leave them and head for the 2 men you saw earlier, or press onwards to the Black Tower? I'm going to push. I want that vial. It's a good vial. 60. The creature becomes suspicious as you press them for information. The dwarf springs to his feet, brandishing a wooden club, while the goblin and the orc grab for their swords. The goblin's mistress shrieks and steps back several paces. As the others advance towards you, you'll have to fight them. You may use a magic spell, levitation, or illusion, or I can draw my sword. I'm going to use illusion. 2, 5. Alright, let's get rid of one of our illusion spells. I detect some metagaming. I did just read the book, but I have already deviated. There goes our illusion spell. You concentrate and begin to turn yourself into a giant scorpion. The dwarf and the goblin stop in their tracks, but the orc behaves as if nothing has happened. The other two see you sting the orc with your tail, but the orc does not flinch and calls the other two on. Seeing that you have done no damage, they shake their heads and look again at the real you. The orc tries to grab you. 213. Well, fuck. I have to fight them in turn order. So, the dwarf has a skill of 5. Roll for him. He does. I've got to roll high on everything I do. Can escape at any time, but I don't want to kill them. All right, are we just gonna die here? If I die here, I'm ending the stream, guys. Fucking skill of 7, and they've rolled a 7, so I've got to roll a bro. 10, 7 plus. All right, we hit him. Now he rolls 5, so 10. And I roll. So I hit him again. Oh, he rolled an 8. That's 13. I roll. Oh, it's not on screen. 5. 3, 4, 5. Oh, they hit me. Damn it. They roll. 3. Hit them. They roll. 5. I kill them. Okay, the dwarf's dead. Dwarf's dead, and we've taken 2 points of damage. Alright, the goblin rolls. He's got skill of 6. So that's 14. On screen, please. 7 and 7 is 14. So a tie. Do we just roll again? Where's the battle? If you both the same, they've missed. All right, 11. Can I even roll that high? Okay, so 17. 17. All right, they roll 6, so they rolled 12. I roll 7. Okay, we've hit him. One more hit. They roll an 8. That's 14. No, that's 12, Ben. And we hit them. Okay, we've killed the goblin. All right. Now the orc. The orc has a skill of 5 and has just rolled a 7. 7, so that's 12 again. Up through. We roll 8, so we hit it. It rolls 8. That's 13 again. All right, go. It hits us. 6. 6 plus 5 is 11, and we did 4, so we both miss. It rolls a 7. We hit it. We gotta hit it 3 more times. Rolls a 6. We roll 4, so 11 and 11 again. 8. And then we roll a 7. So we hit it. So we've got 2 more hits to go. 10. Oh. We hit it. Fuck yeah. Right. 7. 14. It hits us, so we've lost 4. 8. And then 7. So we hit it. But we've got to hit it 1 more time. Oh no, that was it. Sorry, my bad. Okay, we've hit it, but we've lost 4 health. 4, so we're on 13. Dear God. Maybe I should have just taken just stamina health. 235. I'm gonna take the jar of ointment and the 8 gold pieces. Alright. So we rifle around, we get a jar of ointment. Equipment. Jar of ointment. Actually, how's this described? It's creepy, right? Jar of a dark, creamy ointment. And we get 8 gold pieces. Go. Go. We get a magic equipment. Get a magic potion. Alright, so we can use that magic potion when we use a spell to immediately replenish that. Let's head over to the two men talking, 269. We're going to tell this guy it's worth 8. See what that does. That was the right one. So the two men are dirty and unkempt. As you approach, you can hear them arguing loudly about the price of a dagger. The taller of the two is obviously trying to sell the dagger to the other. He argues that the dagger is enchanted and is worth more than the other is willing to pay for it. As you come closer, he grabs you by the arm and asks for your opinion on the price of the weapon. Say 8. 186. Right. The tall man agrees and persuades the shorter man that this is a fair price. The short man mumbles and curses, offering 6, then 7 gold pieces, but the price has been fixed at 8. You may, if you wish, offer the tall man 8 gold pieces yourself, although you will have to conjure up some fool's gold to give him. If you want to do this. Use up a fool's gold spell and turn to 15. If not, the short man eventually agrees to the price and buys the dagger and leaves. You may remain to talk to the tall man. Let's use fool's gold. We don't even have to use our gold. Yeah, so I should have taken the key. Ooh, well. Do we want to keep fool's gold? I don't think we do. Actually, do we even take a fool's gold? Oh no, we can't. I'm just gonna give him 8 gold. There we go. Give him 8 gold. Alright, give me that knife, that enchanted dagger. Enchanted dagger. Automatic 2 damage in any battle. Use it once. 15. Right. The dagger is indeed a work of art and undoubtedly worth a fair price. The blade is made of a shiny metal and the hilt is a peculiar green leather. With inlaid stones, you read the inscription which tells you that this is an enchanted throwing dagger which never misses. In future combat, you may use this dagger to throw at your opponent. It will automatically inflict 2 stamina points of damage without the need for to roll for attack strength. But you may use it only once. You put it in put the dagger in your belt and set off towards the Citadel. 245. So, alright. You set off towards the Citadel. Although the night air is calm, you hear a faint whistling which rapidly gets louder and louder until a strong gust of wind suddenly hits you with such force that you can barely move against it. Shield your eyes until the blast retreats slightly, and as you open them, you see a ghostly female face inside what appears to be a living whirlwind. She mouths words at you which you cannot make out, but some seconds after she has finished talking, the message reaches you. She seems to find your appearance offensive and is challenging you with words of abuse. You grab at your sword, but she laughs. Will you ignore her, talk to her, or use your magic to see her off? Let's ignore her. 161. Or now let's try and talk to her. 39. There's got to be a way to talk to her, right? It begins to torment you, blowing you off of your feet. Each time you rise, test your luck. If you're lucky, turn here. If you're unlucky, turn here. Okay, test my luck. My luck is 12. Aha. Eat it. Test my luck. Right, we lower our luck by 1. Move on. Alright. 350. Try a simple ploy of, to get rid of her, hoping that she is not too intelligent. Looking into the shadows, you claim to see another similar creature. She claims you're mistaken, but you are convincing. She nips off to investigate, allowing you to rush to the Citadel entrance. 18. Maybe there's not a way to talk to her. That sucks. In front of you is a large wooden door, firmly locked. You may either knock 3 times, or we can use a strength spell. We're gonna knock 3 times. Give the guy the password that we have actually been told. 18. Do I know the password? 273. Password is Scimitar 371. Creature grunts and opens the door to let you in. 77. Alright. You're in a narrow hallway. This continues for several meters and ends in a doorway. Halfway along the passageway, you can see an archway with some steps leading downwards. Will we go forwards to the door or creep down the stairs? Creep down the stairs. 344. And then we're going to go through the door. Will you try the door? 7. Yep. We shall try that door, thank you. We will break it down, 268. This is everything we did with cats. We just broke down the door. As you hit the door, the wood cracks a little but does not give. You try it again, and this time the wood splits down the middle. You break your way through into the room behind it. 210. You now stand in a large round room. It is lit by a single torch fixed to one wall. There is no furniture in the room, save for a rough wooden table and chair in the center, where we find a Seamus. We shall use a shielding spell. So, oops. We're going to use a shielding spell to stop the tomato hitting us in the face. There we go. Turn to 192. Cautiously you approach the little man. We're gonna draw our sword at the dude. 131. See what that gets us. Something new. Alright. You quickly unsheath your sword, pointing it towards the leprechaun. He throws a glance at your blade, and to your horror, it droops limply from the hilt, hanging downwards like a leather belt. It seems that won't get you too far, acting aggressively. Perhaps you'd better ask him for the way onwards. 348. Oh, I shouldn't go this way, says Seamus. These are not pleasant parts. The 3 doors are the only way onward. 2 of them are very dangerous, and the other is very smelly. On the opposite side of the room are 3 doors. One has a brass handle, a copper handle, and a bronze handle. Which will you choose? Let's try the brass handle. Go 7. $207. You open the door and peer through into the darkness beyond. You walk a couple of paces forward, allowing your eyes to accustom themselves to the blackness. You close the door behind you, bidding the leprechaun a farewell. 188. A sudden intense flash of light. Oh god. Let's slash at the creature. 51. This shit again. Slash madly with your sword, but you cannot hit the creature. Either it's extremely quick, or it has no solid body for you to hit. Its teeth are now tearing at your flesh, and you feel the blood on your leg. You'll have to protect yourself with your magic, or face certain death from this unseen creature. I will not. 280. gonna pass out and wake up to Seamus laughing his ass off. 3:23. Fuck you, Seamus. Oh god. 86. Give me the brass handled door again. 386. Outside the door, the passage slopes downwards, and you follow it for several minutes. You notice an unpleasant smell which gets stronger as you go. Eventually, you come to an opening. Looking through it, holding your nose, you can see a large open sewer flowing across the passageway. A rope hangs down from the ceiling. Will you wade across the sewer or try to grab the rope? Can I just go back? Do I have another levitation? I do. I have another levitation. Or I have one that I haven't used yet. Let's try to grab the rope. 108. Didn't know there was a sewer in here. I guess it makes sense, right? 108. You grasp the rope firmly, step back and take a run at the putrid river. Suddenly the rope snatches and whips with a mind of its own. You quickly let go and drop down to the ground. The rope drops on top of you and tangles itself around you. You realize it's not a rope, but in fact a long sewer snake, which wraps itself around your body and neck. God. 3. Either you may try to cut yourself free from the sewer snake, or you may try to ward it off with a spell. If you will fight the creature, resolve this battle. Alright, it has a skill of 6. Let's fight it. 5. 11. So we've got 7, right? Yeah, 7. Oh, we've got that sword, right? From a Seamus. Picked up all that stuff and I completely missed it. Equipment. We have a magic sword. We had to leave our old one behind. Magic battle sword. Silver mirror. Is Benny talking? I don't hear him. Really? Oh, sorry. That's my Discord because I'm in here as well. It's to show who's talking when. So this actually lights up when I talk. Ta-da! That's me in Discord. You can join me in general if you like. Also, hello, Granby. Yeah. So I'm just running through the book myself now because we've just had Cat. I'm trying to run through it. I know a little bit. I know a little bit of what's going on. But I've stumbled across something I don't know. So we're gonna fight this thing. So I believe I hit it. Oh no, that's its roll. They rolled an 11 and we roll. Oh, we hit it. How much stamina does this thing have? 7. Okay, so we gotta hit it 5 times, right? 2, 4, 6. No, we gotta hit it 4 times. So one more time, let's go. So it's 12 and we roll 8. Yep, we hit it again. Oh. It rolls a 7. 13. We hit it. 5. We kill it. We win. 12. I don't know where the hell we are. Disentangle yourself from the dead sewer snake and try to crossing the water. You get across without any further incidents, but you are certainly looking forward to your next bath. You continue along the passageway until you reach a junction where you can either go straight or take the passage off to the left. If you fork left, turn here. If you would wish to go straight, let's go straight. 3, 6, 7. Oh, what the hell's going on? Some way along the passage, you arrive at a 4-way junction. You take a path to the north, which eventually leads you to a large wooden door. You can hear nothing by listening at the keyhole. Will you try to open the door slowly and quietly, or charge the door down? Let's open it slowly and quietly. 308. Patience. Patience. The handle turns and you step into a dark room. hate it when that happens. Oh, this is the stone giant's room. Ah, we're back on track. Okay. Grumby, have you played any of these games? I'm just gonna hide Discord. It's small. There we go. Okay. You look around the room. It is lit only by your torch, although a fairly large room. It has a little furniture in it, although a large boulder, sliced flat, resembles a table, and a smaller rock forms a sort of stool behind you. If in one corner, a pile of rocks are held together with mud. You cannot imagine their purpose, although they support 3 wooden chests. Then you jump with fright as your torch lights up a large creature, seemingly made of rock itself, standing by a door. It is roughly human-shaped, although somewhat larger. Its eyes are staring straight at you, but you cannot be sure it's actually seeing you. I'm going to run for the door. 237. You open the door and step forwards into a passageway which runs eastward for several meters and then ends in a foot of a staircase. You climb the stairs and eventually find yourself in a narrow passageway. A short distance ahead, you can see an opening into a large, well-lit room, and you press onward. The room you are in is some sort of grand dining hall. A long table, large enough to seat some 40-50 people, stands in the center, edged with chairs. Various doors and passageways lead from the room, but you are particularly interested in 2 wide staircases which lead upwards to either end of the balcony overlooking the hall. Paintings and suits of armor decorate the walls. The room is empty. Will you? I'm going to investigate the paint. 317. I think this is a cheeky way of giving myself an extra skill. What the fuck is that? Alright, 317. The paintings are portraits of various lords and earls prominent in the kingdom of Kragan Rock. Behind a chair at the head of the table is a portrait of Balthus Dyer himself. He indeed looks powerful and adversarious. I've only played 5th edition and Savage Worlds. My role-playing isn't too broad. Dude, that's huge. Like, 5th edition's like a lot to take in for anyone. It's like, it's great for new players, but it's still a lot. I've seen those player manuals. I've sold those player manuals. Speaking of, sale. Yeah. Actually, real quickly, our sale. We have a sale all month this month. Anything at the checkout except for pre-orders, 20% off if you put in goodbye 2020 at the checkout. So, did want some stuff from Games Lab, now's the time to get it. We have pickups every Sunday at GG Easy's. At the moment, and we can always do delivery. Delivery is $15 flat rate, so it doesn't matter how much you order, it's $15 Australia wide. I don't care if you're in Western Australia, Far North Queensland. If you're in another country, figure it out. All right, so I'm going to I add 1 luck, but I lose a stamina. But it was skill. You're Canadian. Awesome. Oh, you're not, are you... Are you Jeremy? Not Jeremy, sorry. Jason. I think. Okay, you'll tell me. I'm gonna lose a stamina. They fucked up. 12. We've got 1 stamina spell. Or did we pick up 2? No, we never met. I just wanted in here. Oh, awesome, dude. Oh, that's so good. Look. Look. So we gain a luck. We go back up to 12. Fair enough. All right. Left hand or right hand? We're gonna take the right hand. 197. Left hand, slope 7. Here we go. Stairs are well worn and creak under your weight. Cautiously, you climb up to the balcony. 3. All right. Left, center, or right? Remember this being weird. I don't think anyone's done the left yet. 228. Alright, let's have a look. The locked door is very strong and made of solid oak. It is unlikely you will break it down. Use a copper key. I don't have a copper key. Cast a strength spell, 170. So we've used a strength spell. Let's note that first. Yo, done. All right. As the strength surges into your body, you charge the door with all of your might. Roll 1 die. If you roll a 1, 2, or 3, the door does not break and you must lose 2 stamina points. If I roll a 4, 5, or 6, I break the door down. Continue until you succeed, or you may decide to try either the middle door or the far door. Right. So yeah, 1 die. Throw. On the screen, please. On the screen. Boom! That was a lot of good rolls, actually. Wow. Okay. So we broke the door down in 1 go. If you break the door down, turn to 292. That wasn't too shabby. Aha, here we go. 2. The room is an elegant bed chamber plushly decorated with fine lace and fur carpet. In the center of the room is a large 4-poster bed. Sitting up in the bed, evidently awakened by all the commotion, is a beautiful, sylph-like woman with long dark hair and deep piercing eyes. "What right have you in here?" she screams at you. With those words, her eyes turn blood red and 2 jets of liquid fire shoot from them directly at yourself. Will you create a shielding spell? No. We have another shielding spell? No, and I didn't drink the potion either. I'll leave the room quickly or tell her you have a special gift for her. Well, we have the mirror, right? So 42. 42. We do need this room, actually. She blinks and the jets of fire disappear. What will you offer her? A silver mirror. "What do I want with that?" she exclaims. Again, her eyes turn deep red and jets of fire shoot towards you. Will you cast a shielding spell or leave the room? Head down the corridor. Did I not? I thought you wanted this. Oh, maybe I forgot. I can't cast a shielding spell. Wait. Head down the corridor to the middle of the room. Head down the corridor for the middle room. Oh, so I've lost the chance at the other one. 64. All right, we've got to head down. I don't have a shielding spell left. Okay. All right, you listen at the door and you can hear squeaky voices laughing and squabbling. Try the handle and the door opens. Inside is a brightly colored room. A few small beds are in one corner, and strewn about the floor are small mannequins of various brutish creatures. Along the right-hand wall is a large box, and just beyond the box is a door. In the center of the floor, and looking up at you quizzically, are 3 small creatures. They're human-like, but have green skin, pointed ears, and slit-like eyes. What will your approach be? Draw your sword, look for something in my backpack, walk confidently across the room to the far door. We're gonna walk across the room. There we go. As you stride past them, the little creatures watch you silently. They seem merely to find you interesting. You feel that something is not quite right here. Sort of leave after that. This is weird. Bye. Lurk. Also get him. I'm trying. He likes playing toads, but he's still cool. Lab rat. You leave the room and head down a short corridor. Some meters down, you find yourself at a foot of a staircase, the spiral staircase that leads right up to the Citadel. You climb the stairs cautiously and eventually arrive on a small landing. The 2 doorways in front of you. Which will you take, the left door or the right door? Take the right door. What's going on there? Or oh no, we're gonna take the left door. know what's in that other door. I don't want to go in that door. Yeah, I know. The door opens, allowing you into a large circular room. You scratch your head quizzically. In the center of the room, you can see a small island surrounded by a wide trench, on which stands a chest, locked with metal fastenings. The trench is too wide to jump and is very deep. Just inside the door is a length of rope. A door leads from the room opposite the door you came in. Will I ignore the box and walk around, use a strength spell and leap, or pick up the rope and formulate a plan? Let's formulate a plan, because I don't think anyone's done that. 239. Like, what's the plan? Just jump. Wing! An idea strikes you. You tie the rope into a loop with a slip knot at the end. Whirling the rope around your head, you try to snare the chest. After several throws, the loop goes over the chest, and the slip knot tightens around it. You pull, the chest shifts. You pull once, it falls over the edge and down into the trench. But to your dismay, the weight of the box is enormous and it pulls you right over with it. If you have the levitation spell, use it and turn to 379. Otherwise, 82. Oh, we do have it. Let's use it. Bye. 379. I don't want to replenish the levitation. More for health. Okay, that was a dumb idea. That's not what I thought was going to happen. You release the rope and float into the air, dropping back to the ground on the rim of the trench. You curse at the fiendish trap that has been laid for greedy adventurers like yourself. You move on onto the door opposite your entrance and try the handle. 06. Right. You leave through the door and find yourself at the foot of another spiral staircase leading up to the black tower itself. Climbing the stairs, you eventually come to a landing with a single door is the only way onwards. You try to open it. It opens slowly. 82. This is the Ganges, right? Warriors. You feel yourself sucked into the room as if by magic. Your torch flickers and dies. The room is pitch black. From nowhere yet everywhere comes a mocking laugh which fills the room. Foolish adventurer, says another voice, which changes its tone from high to low as it speaks. Welcome to the home of the Ganges. Unfortunately, it will be the last room you ever see. But of course, you cannot see, can you? But we can see you, can't we, brothers? And laughing voices come from all around you. Suddenly, a ghostly white luminous face flies towards you. You recoil in horror, throwing yourself to the ground, and begin to feel very frightened. Lose 1 skill, 2 stamina, and 1 luck for your fear. Fuck. God. I really need that skill. Damn it. Stamina. 10. Luck. 1 luck. Okay. Feel in your backpack for an artifact. 322. We're gonna use the jar of ointment. I think this is how you get past. Okay. What is that? Demands a ghostly voice. You bargain with them. You will allow them to take the ointment if they will allow you through the room. You have no business with them. A ghostly hand appears from nowhere and tries to snatch the jar from your hand, but you whip it away quickly. It is indeed the ointment of healing, you hear one of the voices say quietly. We accept your offer, says a voice. Leave the jar and you are where you are and leave through this door. Door in the far corner glows softly. You do not trust them and take the jar with you to the door. As you open the door, you fling the jar across the room and leave quickly. 328. I wouldn't trust them either. Right, hold on. Okay. This could suck. You close the door behind you and you find yourself at the foot of yet another staircase. Notes. Let's get rid of that. Sorry, equipment. We need to get rid of that jar now that we've... Granule has followed. Welcome. Dark. Granule, if you would like, I will, if you stick around and you're here in a little bit, or let me know when you're going and I'll give you a little idea of some of the stuff that we do throughout the week, because it's not all this. In fact, this actually changes every Monday because I do this every 2 weeks and we do a D&D stream every other week, which is actually written by one of the other people who works for Games Lab. Okay. We close the door behind you and find yourself at the foot of yet another staircase. Spiraling up into the tower, climbing the stairs, you arrive at another balcony with a single door, the only way forwards. Trying the door, it opens easily, but as you push the door open, a loud hissing noise comes from within. You step inside and turn cold as a huge six-headed hydra snakes towards you over the bodies of its previous victims. Its 6 serpent-like heads dart at you. With vicious pointed teeth, you cower in the corner. What will you do? Draw your sword and fight the creature? Or use a creature copy spell? Use something from your backpack. We don't have anything in our back. We don't even have that silver mirror, right? Oh no, we do have the silver mirror. I'll head out next time there's a natural pause in the story. I should go to bed soon. Okay, well, I won't hassle you. So what I'll do is, every Monday, we do RPG stuff, so I usually do this book, or I think of something that is at least vaguely RPG, and it's every second week from this week, so not next week, but the week after I'll be back. On the Bisecting Mondays is Rory's RPG, and he has written a Planeswalker-themed RPG, and it is open-ended, wild, and includes travel across the planes. It's been really, really fun, really intense, and has a litany of people joining him. On Tuesdays is Together Tuesday. At the moment, the game is Minecraft. Yep, there you go. Drass is all over it. I'm hosting a Minecraft server from here. You are more than welcome to jump in there. There is 25 spots available 24/7. And on the Discord is a little thing where you can go, Benny, server's down, and I'll fix it. Wednesdays is Commander. If you play Magic the Gathering, we play Commander using a program called Proxy, made by someone in our community. Really good, really fun. Thursday, we have a break or a bonus stream. Wait for this then. Sorry. Thursday, we have a break or a bonus stream. Friday is F&M and Pokemon. So Chris, another person who works for Games Lab, plays Friday Night Magic. And when he's done, because there's not a whole lot to do on Arena at the moment unless you're grinding the ladder, and that's not great content in our eyes. We're more there for fun. We'll do something interesting with Magic the Gathering, or we'll play some Pokemon. On Saturdays, at the moment, it's myself and Chris, and I'm trying to help him through Dark Souls, one of my favorite games and one of his least favorite games. And then Sunday, we take another break. So that's everything we do. You should be able to find a little bit of a schedule. We don't start exactly on time sometimes. We do have jobs and things that we need to get to, but we try to be as formal as possible. That's all I wanted to tell you for following Granule. I'll leave it at that. I'll continue the story and you head out whenever you feel like it, okay? Alright. I'm going to use a creature copy spell. Yeah. Or should we see if we have a silver mirror? Use something from my backpack. I don't want to... Okay, what's in my backpack? 226. If this funnels me into a dead thing... Hey! There you go. You've been gifted a sub by Drasslage. Drass, you are incredibly generous person. Jesus. Thank you, Drass. And welcome, Granule. Enjoy. 226. Okay. You may pull from your backpack any one of the following: a silver mirror, a golden fleece, or a pocket myriad. So let's do the silver mirror. 312. You hold up the mirror. This seems to have little effect on the creature, which continues its advance. One head springs forward and knocks the mirror from your hands, smashing it on the floor. You try to decide what to do next. Okay, so it smashed it. Okay, so we gotta get rid of it. That sort of sucks. What the fuck is this mirror for? God damn it. I want to fight it. While you're deliberating your next move, the Hydra advances. Two of its heads dart out and bite you. One on your arm and the other on your neck. Its sharp teeth pierce your skin and bite deep. All is lost. You have failed your mission. The fuck? Ah! I was metagaming it! Rip Sire Robin. Sir Robin. Oh, I didn't even change the name. Here we go. Let's give him a name right before he dies. Oh no, someone already named it. Oh fuck. I'm supposed to know what I'm doing. Ah, all hope is lost. Alright. That has been almost 3 hours of me solidly reading something. My throat is sore. It's fine. I will be back in a couple weeks. We'll probably give this one more go before I just move on to the other book that I bought because that one looks cooler. That was intense. I can't believe I couldn't even metagame that. At least I know the jar of ointment is what we need to get through the Ganges. And if there's another way of doing that, I haven't fucking found it. But yeah. Alright. Thank you everyone for joining me. I'm Benny. Don't forget there is a sale on at gameslaboratory.com.au. 20% off the entire store except for pre-orders because they're already counted. Especially some of the more expensive stuff actually works out to be more than 20% off on pre-orders. Keep that in mind. But yeah, $50 flat rate shipping, and if you live outside of Australia, shoot me a message or ask through the website. I will organize shipping. Even if you pay for shipping, I'll deduct that from international shipping, okay? But yeah, enjoy. Thanks guys, thanks heaps. I will catch you tomorrow for Minecraft. See you all there. On a big server tomorrow. I want to break it. Bye.